Or is it?
Someone just say objection.
It wasn't for karma? Wait, but that means... No! Edgeworth! Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yaniyogi killed Robert Hamilton in revenge. But, revenge for what?
Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. He's gonna tell him he was the murderer in the DL-6 incident. He's gonna tell him he killed his own dad.
Uh-oh. What do? I gotta reach it. I could reach objection. I don't think it's gonna really matter what I do.
Well, I mean, you could always raise an objection.
Because... Really, we know he didn't do it.
However, since you're, you know...
It's just a nightmare. But he's innocent.
Yeah, so now we got to do that, right?
Yeah. But...
Choose to object or let her continue, because either way the judge will hear his testimony.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm still gonna raise an objection anyway. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out.
Okay, I guess we will. For 15 years. I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know. It wasn't a dream. Yaniyogi wasn't the killer.
You mean in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer. The criminal in the DL-6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL-6. The statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. I don't think this is gonna go well.
Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago. Of course, he will do anything to get his guilty verdict.
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. As well as my voice.
7:28 to 24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all your effort.
Hey,
Miss
Screamer,
Edgeworth.
cast Hydrate.
Thanks, Kitty. I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad?
Something just isn't right about that.
I don't think he did. I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished.
He needs
Murder
to
is murder.
know that he's
No matter
that,
what
that
the
he's innocent.
circumstances. This is crazy. Just crazy.
I agree. Nick! What are you doing?
Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case? For what?
I'm trying to get double paid. God damn it. I mean, huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth. But I don't believe you're a nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. Oh, this is gonna be interesting, alright.
Oh boy.
December 28th, 2:30 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Now then,
I would like to resume our trial.
Judge, Miles Edgeworth has made his own guilt. He confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations of the DL-6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book.
I see. Does the defense have any objections?
No, Your Honor. On camera, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Kinda did. He's gonna do anything to get his guilty verdict.
Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Really?
Huh.
We already know who he is. Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth. 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That would be the key. But only if I get it to work.
Please. Please.
Oh, we'll get it to work. The DL-6 incident. That day, I got to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. And that's all. Well, this is going to be interesting.
So when he mentioned a moment later there was a single gunshot, then a scream.
That's what he
Yeah,
said.
you need to present the DL-6 case file to Edgeworth.
Until now, you thought this memory was a dream?
We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. Bah. Same claim Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, the DL-6 incident. Here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and just press on a few things before we get to that part. What was your father? What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only two things. I know my father lost. And Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case?
It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem of Von Karma's evidence. So, there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator. Yes. Myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first. But as time passed, and no one came to help. What did you do then? I was 9 years old, a boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. Then... Wow, he didn't object to any of this so far? He's actually doing it by the book, literally. Maybe his gumshoe is right, yeah. What was it? A pistol. I assumed it was the bailiff, Yang Yogi's. Safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up? What happened next? I picked it. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So, you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was. In a daze. Normally there's a single gunshot in the screen. That's what you want me to,
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna press on this one. And you want me to go and file in DL-6 incident?
Yes.
I think you said. So let's do that. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything had faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
I see.
No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't.
No.
Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
I'm gonna call
You
it there.
enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you could tell us what page it's on.
Victim data.
Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? The victim data, like you just said. Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly, the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet, the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? I love watching the anime of this, even if it wasn't 100% accurate. Well, it didn't have to be 100% accurate, but it was closely tied into the games.
Was there perhaps a second shooter who fired that second shot?
Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There's no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What?
I see. I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot had something to do with the case?
I think we do.
What?
I think we do have proof, actually, that the second shot did have something to do with the case.
Did you go with the file summary type thing? It was.
Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof.
Yeah, present the DL-6 internet photos.
What? Impossible.
Now, Mr. Von
Broken
Karma.
glass on the elevator above the body.
Save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistols related to this incident?
Yeah.
Well, how about we go look at the photograph?
Yes. DL-6 incident photo.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. Because if you actually see in the photograph,
With the broken.
the bullets
elevator
there
door.
through the hole of the elevator door. Well, the second one is in Mr. Edgeworth.
So another Edgeworth might have shot through there.
Yeah, for sure. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it.
So, let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where?
God. Your Honor, please. Please get a clue. Okay, well, shot down around here.
One shot
Blood
as
pouring out of his mouth.
And present the DL-6 incident photo.
And
You examine the photo, see the broken glass
yeah,
on the elevator
obviously.
body.
So that's where
Presented
we're
to
going
the
present.
court. Someone other than Edgeworth might have shot through the window because.
As you should
know.
be, yeah, as should be obvious. The contradiction is here.
I see.
Then you can also present like the DL-6 incident photo first, including
Yeah,
the bullet
but
hole.
see, I think we'll go where we got. To be fair.
Yeah, DL-6. Yeah, present the
I
DL-6
see.
case. So
A
it'll
bullet
be
hole
better.
in the door.
Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet, there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot.
I think we're fun grammar.
Well, we'll wait and see. I mean, he does have a case on that one. Fun app that has an anime in its library. Ooh, nice.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired outrang. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright? But who could that someone else be?
A murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL-6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Case summary. That's on page 1. Look at what's written there. Not a single clue is found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
He does have a point.
That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. Access screenshots of both to Ironhead? Oh, nice. That's the 2 apps of the anime in its library. There's Anime and Venobox.
The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth.
Nope.
There was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Montgomery says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Gah! How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Am I wrong about this whole incident?
What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection?
I'm sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick!
The second bullet wasn't there, and all my conjectures are for nothing.
No. If you said you'd do it, Nick, you said you'd get Edward declared innocent.
I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person. Who else? Someone else who fired the killing shot. Now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years.
Nick,
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only one bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So, you killed your father? Though, that was not your intention.
Yes, I did.
oh no. He's accepted the guilt.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here.
Right now.
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. So many things I should be seeing. My mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright?
I do have an objection,
Yes, I have an objection.
so I'm gonna go with that. Your Honor, I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Oof.
Nick,
I don't know. This case is perfect.
oh no.
Ah!
It must exist. The second bullet.
Huh? What? What did you just say?
Nothing.
The second bullet must exist. But where?
Someone took it.
It seems that waiting is not going to produce any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed.
What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm only grasping here. It's just, someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us. Just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one.